Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to Chainsaw Man, chapter 185. But first, let's talk about chapter 184. I'm going to be talking about like two parts of it, but I'm gonna elaborate on them quite a bit. So, first is when Aging Devil is trying to convince Denji to take the deal. And then Denji says, "You're one evil devil. Chainsaw Man's a superhero, dude." So for that specific line, I saw that in Japanese, he doesn't actually say superhero, like Fujimoto could have said like, oh, superhero in like katakana, superhero, but he didn't. The term that he actually used is like ally of justice. So I guess it's something like Seigi no Mikata. So if you're a Fate fan, you're very familiar with that phrase. And so the first time reading that, I was like, oh, it's superhero, okay? So that means, so just from this line alone, I thought Denji was talking about himself because of the talk he has with Asa in 183. But then he continues with, has it occurred to you that maybe Pochita didn't eat you because he isn't willing to kill kids to save himself? So I think that the Chainsaw Man is an ally of justice part is he's referring to Pochita with this. And I think that makes more sense. Because like Denji says back during the church arc, he's like, I never thought about me being Chainsaw Man for something like justice. That's not me. And I still believe him that he was being like genuine with his true feelings when he said that. So yeah, he's basically separating the Chainsaw Man that he is and the Chainsaw Man that Pochita is. And Denji just understands Pochita the most out of anyone in the world. And he knows how kind Pochita really is. Even if he can't see it right now. He just knows, from the way that Aging Devil approached him about this, like this. And also quite ironic that Aging sent both Asayoru and Denji here, like to make them grow up. But then, like, I'm guessing that it hasn't been that long in the actual world. Like maybe a few minutes at most. I would say an hour at most. And Agent is already getting like not desperate, but definitely like antsy and just impatient, which is considering this world that they're being in, it's definitely very different than what you'd expect. And Aging is also surprised that Denji has moved on this quickly. Because, that does also make sense. Aging doesn't know Denji, but also, like, really, Denji has been mourning for, like, I don't know how long it's been, but at least, like, over a year for Power and Aki. And I don't think Aging is taking that into account. also like, just time, just time related stuff in regards to aging feels very fascinating. But yeah, aging is only thinking of Nayuta. And even has an opinion about like, oh, if you moved on this quick, you couldn't have loved her that much. Like, what do you know? Like, how dare you talk about something like that when I doubt aging has ever, or at least this version of aging, doesn't seem to care for anyone. But yeah, and then we get to the part of the chapter that had me in tears last week. And just thinking back on it, I still love it so, so much. I'm still really happy that Denji has taken at least one step towards uh, just, seeing that there's the possibility of good and happy things happening in the future, and people are still caring about him and him going towards it. That's most definitely better than him just giving up and uh, accepting every bad things that comes to him. That said, though, I saw other people's perspective, and it's like, well, like every coping mechanism, if taken to its extreme, it could lead to very negative results. So I do think that there's a risk of Denji taking a bad lesson out of this. And instead of like going for it the way I was thinking last week, in the most wholesome and sweet way of just running towards the future. Like, even if bad things happen, you're just going to have to keep going. If life just makes you fall down, then you gotta clean yourself up and keep standing up until you can't anymore, and find connections with other people that make that at least a little bit easier, because that's what makes it worth it. But there's also, like I said, that Denji could make it so that instead of going about it that way, he could, well, purposefully just, go and search for a new family in name, but actually intentionally just, just put a distance between him and these new people, so that he doesn't ever get as attached as he ever did with Power, Aki, or Naita. And therefore, if he doesn't get attached, then he won't have to grieve when they die. But if what's the point if you don't get attached? Like, he just wants the good without the bad. And that makes me think of the conversation that Pochta and Makima have about, like, oh, are you really going to get rid of bad movies? And she's like, yes. Then I do have to kill you then. Because that's what Koini made him realize. A normal life. Normal? what does normal mean? But like, life for most people includes the bad and the good. So if Denji wants to get rid of the part where he just feels like complete shit after losing someone, then Like, there's definitely something missing there. He might become numb to it all. And I don't want that. So, he might like, they might become attached to him, but he won't allow himself to do that anymore. But like I said, that's a possibility. I'm not saying he's going that route. But I'm just putting that out there. So yeah, like I said, it could go either way. Or like most things, it's not black and white. Both things can be true, and he just won't realize. So yeah, there's bound to be healthy and unhealthy in this new route that he's taking. But yeah, and then we end up with Denji calling aging stupid, as he already has a plan in motion. Now we don't know what it is, and I'm not going to try and guess it. So let's start the new chapter, shall we? Okay. Aging is still there. I haven't given this world an exit. Look around you. Every tree here was originally human. Okay, but Denji can be quite clever when he wants to. They only spent 1,000 or 2,000 years contemplating escape plans, arrived at some sort of answer, and naturally turned into trees. The chapter is titled "A Stomach in Another World." Okay. So I did someone theorize that Denji's plan is to run until he vomits enough devils to go back into the real world alongside Pochita. But we'll see. It surprised me too. My power isn't what turns them into trees. Oh, okay. I did assume that. It's a mechanism innate to humans. When they reach the culmination of thought, they turn into trees. I wonder if there's some symbolism of choosing trees. If they lived longer, they could discover unseen concepts. I want humans to live longer to find those possibilities. And that's why it wants to make the deal with, the deal with being eaten by Pochta, so that this goal of them might come true. But if that happens, aging won't be able to see it anyway. It's a mechanism innate to humans. When they reach the culmination of thought, they turn into trees. Why trees? Man, I don't know the symbolism with trees. Longevity, wisdom, roots. Even if it comes at a cost. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so they want to make that happen, even if they can't see it when it comes true. Oh, whoa. Aging's actual body is there with that's gotta be the old guy, right? That made the deal. It's sitting on him with quite the nonchalant pose. It's as you say, sir. I'm deeply moved. Ooh. For Japan, no, mankind, I must live longer. Oh, this selfish asshole. And lead the world in the right direction. Interesting small panel of just aging after the old guy says that. So, how do you, a boy who's lived for less than 20 years, intend to escape on your own? A panel of Denji's leg. I ran just now to make myself hungry. Because unlike your other prisoners, my stomach isn't here. Oh, I'm telling you, my boy can come up with some quite creative solutions. Bro, aging doesn't have eyes, but I can just tell that they're like, oh. Ooh, interesting panel of just the trees looking hella sketchy. Now he's walking towards Asa again. Asa, I coupled one together. FYI, I'm normally much better at making things. Even now, Asa is still trying to put on this act of, being better than she actually is. Caring about appearances. Instead of just trying to be herself. Ooh. Is that like an axe? It's like a stone in a stick, tied to a stick. I used a tooth from that devil you picked up. Oh, a tooth. Damn, it was that big? Okay. So, this kind of looks like Denji asked her to do this, and we just didn't see it. At least from the dialogue, it doesn't seem like Asa was the one to come up with the idea. Okay. Ooh, that's a cool panel. We just see Denji's leg, but the shadow, we're seeing his shadow like actually grab like the axe and try and swing with it. Oh, he aimed at a tree. Okay. Oof. Poor person. Because they can still feel pain. But what was the purpose of this? Both Asa and the guy hugging the tree are surprised. That isn't a tree, it's a person, a human. Oh my god. Look at Asa's face, just 2 dots for eyes. That makes the reaction so funny. I know. Okay. Let him cook. Ooh, okay. There's guts actually coming out of the tree. So they still have human organs inside there. Okay. Whoa, what? He's eating the guts from the person tree. I think he's trying to puke. Both Asa and the guy are disgusted and quite taken aback. Oh, but then just going for his ripcord. Whoa, look at his face. Like, he still has his I'm so done with everything look in his eyes. But there's again a hint of determination in those eyes too. With the blood around his mouth and his chest and his hand. Oh, and we go back to Pochta in the actual world, and he's moving, but he's still dragging himself in the ground. Okay. Oh, no way! He gained back the limbs that he was missing, as well as the chainsaw in his head got regenerated. All the other ones too, the extra arms. Whoa! I'm counting on you, Pochita! Oh! Man, Pochita and Denji's dynamic is one of the best in the series. Hey, well, a dog is always going to be a man's best friend, and the one he can always count on. Ooh, yo. Next page, Pochita looking hella clean. Oh my god, I got teary-eyed. He's standing tall and proud. I wonder if Pochita can tell what exactly happened for him to be back up in pristine condition. You know, is his mind connected to Denji's in some way? Or just, in his heart, he knows that Denji was the one who made this happen. Oh, I see. Can you? Yo, look at my boy. He's back. What do you know? He didn't need to steal other people's blood. He had Denji, and Denji had him. That's actually kind of beautiful. Hold on. Members of public safety. It seems Chainsaw Man is going to come here. Go ahead, Pochita. Go ahead. Oh, this was really good. There was some exposition from aging that I didn't expect at the beginning, but man, just seeing Denji actually, like, oh my god, I don't think I've been more proud of Denji in so long. Like, see, what did I tell you? I didn't need to think of a plan or guess it. I just needed to have faith in my son, and he did it. He always underestimates himself, but he has it in him. Though I do wonder if there's also some significance to Denji being willing to hurt a human to save himself. Like, is this going to be well, like a sign of Denji being more selfish from now on and willing to hurt others so he can keep surviving and looking out for himself? I could see that. Like, at this point, I'm like, you know what, Denji? I understand. I completely understand. Do I wish that he didn't have to do this? Yes, but at this point, I think that Denji has earned having to sacrifice people who don't really mean anything to him, so that he can have a chance at uh, just being able to keep on trying and having just a semblance of a life. But yeah, the connection between Denji and Pochita this chapter, I loved it. I really do. I'm not exactly sure how to form it into more smart words. But yeah, Denji and Pochita's bond has always been really meaningful, and this is just another showing of it. But I feel like even more so with uh, what happened with Pochita showing him his memories back in 183. This is, I feel like, also Denji being like showing his gratitude for Pochita and what he's done for him throughout this whole story, and trying to give some of it back to him as well. Like, this is not just for Denji himself, but also the one person that has stayed with him through, through everything good and everything bad. The one constant. So yeah, that was the chapter. I feel like there's definitely something more with people turning into trees, but I'm not sure right now. So yeah, this is gonna be my reaction for this chapter. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.